How can you find out if someone has been detained by ICE? How much money are taxpayers spending on immigration detention? And what role do private prison companies play in all of this? Those are just a few of the questions you all dropped in the comment section of our last video, and today we have answers. I'm Gustavo Solis, and this is the Border Brief. The first question was, how do families find loved ones detained by ICE? This should be pretty straightforward. If ICE arrested someone you know, you can just go on this website and look them up on the ICE locator. All you need is their name and country of origin. Now, I said it should be straightforward, but that's not always the case. Sometimes there's a lag of a few days between the time someone is arrested and put into the system. If you cannot find somebody in the ICE locator, you might want to call a lawyer. And the American Immigration Lawyer Association has this helpful tool to help you find one in your area. The second question was, how much money are taxpayers spending on immigration detention? A lot, $3.4 billion in this current fiscal year. And Trump's big beautiful bill will increase that to more than $10 billion each year. This budget overview from the Department of Homeland Security has a ton of useful information. It tells us that taxpayers spent an average of $157 a day to keep immigrants detained last fiscal year. With 59,000 people detained right now, that's more than $9 million of our money every day. But the cost shifts depending on location. For example, the average cost to keep someone detained in San Diego is $217 a day. The most expensive place was San Francisco with $520, and the cheapest, Dallas with $82. The budget overview also tells us that it's more expensive to detain somebody in an ICE-owned facility than it is in a private facility. Which brings us to the third and last question: what is the role of private prison companies in all of this? It is a massive role, and one that's going to get even bigger with this new funding bill. Let's start right here in San Diego with the Otay Mesa Detention Center. It's owned by a company called Core Civic that's based out of Tennessee. On the company's first quarterly earnings report, the CEO said that they had never seen this much demand for their services, and they already made $25 million in the first quarter, just the first 4 months of the year alone. Now, it's important to note that these private prison companies don't always have the best track record when it comes to taking care of the people they're detaining. You can find some of my previous coverage about poor medical conditions in that facility at kpbs.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Gustavo Solis. This is the Border Brief, and please keep the questions coming.